cruiserweight division, Chris Camozzi versus Dan Spahn.
And Sean, look at these two guys, both huge individuals, 6'3", 6'4", huge reach. 80 or 78, 77. These guys are huge. These guys are both very well matched up. This is going to be a great fight. It really doesn't have anything to do with this tail to tape. Whoever's going to came out here have the better game plan, probably going to win, Sean.
Back to the ring, and Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the cruiserweight division. Presented to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Introducing to you first. Fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and blue. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. His official weight, 203.2 pounds. He is a true MMA veteran of 28 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Columbus, Ohio, here is Dan the Dragon Spahn. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears white and orange. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, 204.8 pounds. He himself is an MMA veteran of 42 fights and stands undefeated in the squared circle at 1-0. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the fighting pride of Denver, Colorado, Chris Camozzi. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Dan Spahn said, I have to keep slipping and blocking the big punches of Chris Camozzi, which I know are coming. Round number 1. White trunks for Chris Camozzi, black trunks for Dan Spahn. There's a clean left hand from Spahn to the inside. Into the clinch, the active clinch. Good referee from Andrew Glenn, allowing the sequence to continue on the overhook. These are two high-level pro MMA fighters, and you see the MMA pedigree from both on the inside, the dirty boxing. Overhand right on the entry from Camozzi. Overhook snatched by Dan Spahn. Spahn cut over his left brow. Spahn just acknowledged that cut. Step in again from Camozzi. There's the left hand. Short on the uppercut, overhand right. Short, sharp left hands from Camozzi. And down goes Dan Spahn.
Once again, not very devastating punches in the right place. Good job by Camozzi right there.
Taking the mandatory 8 count from Andrew Glenn is Dan Spahn. You see the cut outside of Spahn's left brow. Camozzi not being reckless, being measured. Stepping good left hand from Spahn.
You know Spahn is still very dangerous right now. Camozzi taking it very slow, very smart.
Spahn on the overhook. Quick separation from Andrew Glenn. 50 seconds remaining, round number 1. Entry left hand and the right hand from Camozzi. Spahn trying to turn off of the ropes. Overhand right, knockdown number 2.
And I love the way right now Camozzi's using good head position on the inside, dictating where and when the fight is happening right there. Pushing his opponent's head around.
See your head.
No 3 knockdown rule in BKFC, but referee Andrew Glenn taking a really close look. As forward again with power comes Chris Camozzi. Short, powerful strike, short left hand from the half-tie plug. More big left hands. Spahn in all sorts of trouble. Glenn taking a really close look. Knockdown number 3.
And it's in that inside, that tie plug, that inside where Camozzi's dominating this fight.
7, 8, 9, 10.
The count of 10 reached, and just like that, Chris Camozzi 2-0 in BKFC.
Hasn't made it out of the first round yet, Sean. He's looked phenomenal out there. First time he just showed a little bit of placement, knows where to strike. This time he showed good inside work, put his head in the right place, pushed his opponent head where he wanted, and landed clean strikes. Camozzi already talked about wanting to push for the title after this. 2-0, 2 first-round knockouts. It's going to be hard to deny of this. There's that. That's what started the cut right there. Got on the inside. Look at his head position right now. Good job on the inside by putting his head exactly where he wants it to be, controlling where his opponent. It is just little shots in there. Little shots, but effective shots. Here's the last knockdown right there. Look, just holding his opponent's head, putting it where he wants, landing clean shots in there. Man, I'm really so quickly. Only 2 fights, but he looks like he's a veteran already.
Chris Camozzi, an extremely nice person, and he was relentless against his friend Dan Spahn. Dan Spahn is a really talented and accomplished pro MMA fighter, but in Spahn's BKFC debut, he simply had no answers for that relentless inside pressure and those short, hard punches of Chris Camozzi. Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andy Glenn, steps in and calls a stop to the fight after reaching the count of 10 at the conclusion of round number 1. For your winner, by KO and still undefeated, Chris Camozzi.
And Sean, if that's what Chris Camozzi does to his friends, I'd hate to see what he does to an enemy. This guy 2-0 looking fantastic. Said he wants a challenge for the title. I think it's going to be hard for them to deny him of that.
Chris Camozzi had success in the UFC. He had success in Glory, and he is continuing a successful run in BKFC. 3 knockdowns to the finish versus Dan Spahn. Relentless pressure and power from Chris Camozzi. The winner by way of first-round knockout, Chris Camozzi defeats Dan Spahn.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents BKFC 50, Friday, September 22nd. In the main event, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt puts his world title on the line against the undefeated Chris Camozzi. Also, heavyweights collide in the co-main event when heavy hitter Josh Cuddly Bear Copeland knuckles up with former boxing champ Steve Herelius. Watch history unfold live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
For the BKFC light heavyweight title, the champion Lorenzo Hunt versus the interim champion Mike Richman.
And you see here a slight height advantage for Lorenzo Hunt, very similar on reach, but this isn't going to be about physical attributes. This is going to who's able to implement their game plan and go out there and get this victory, land the first hard, clean shot.
To get our main event started, we send it to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the main event. A title unification fight for the undisputed BKFC World Light Heavyweight Championship. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. Presented to you by OnlyFans. Sanctioned by the New Mexico Athletic Commission. Chairman Joe Chavez. Executive Director Richard Espinosa. Commissioners in attendance: Ed Manzanares, Larry Lewick, Jerome O'Connell, and our event coordinator, Martin Narro. The 3 judges scoring our championship main event: Esther Lopez, Chris Tellez, and Mark Sanchez. And the third man inside the squared circle, our referee in charge of the action at the bell, Mr. Knuckle Up, Andrew Glenn. And now, with our bare knuckle fans watching live worldwide on the BKFC app from the sold-out Tingley Coliseum, here at the biggest bare knuckle extravaganza of all time, Knuckle Mania 3. Fight fans of Albuquerque, it's time to knuckle up! Introducing you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears gold trimmed in black and tiger print. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. His official weight, 183.8 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare-knuckle fighting record at 4-0, fighting out of Rosemount, Minnesota. Here is the current BKFC World Light Heavyweight Champion, Mike the Marine Richman. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, tonight wearing white and gold. He stands an even 6 feet tall. His official weight, an even 185 pounds. His impressive bare-knuckle record stands at 9 victories, opposite a single defeat. He is the current BKFC World Cruiserweight Champion and your defending, undisputed BKFC World Light Heavyweight Champion and one of the pound-for-pound best bare-knuckle fighters in the world today, fighting out of Jacksonville, Florida, by way of Cleveland, Ohio, Lorenzo, the Juggernaut!
To unify this BKFC 185-pound championship. Mike Richman said Lorenzo Hunt is very good when he dictates the pace, but he struggles when he's pushed backwards. Richman said, I have to push Hunt backwards from the start of this fight. Knuckle up! We'll call him Knuckle up from referee Andrew Glenn, round number 1. White tricks for Lorenzo Hunt, yellow tricks for Mike Richman.
Big punch right there by Lorenzo Hunt.
Watch the fingers. Watch the fingers.
From the outside. Staying low off the jab. You see the fluidity and movement of both fighters. Fence 1-2 from Hunt on the reset. Snapping on the jab is Lorenzo Hunt from the orthodox stance. Stiff jab, step in for Mike Richman. Richman now on the inside, trying to go to the body, to the head with the left hook. Jab right back from Hunt on the reset. Overhand left on the entry for Richman. Both fighters throwing big early stages of our main event title fight. Richman to the body.
Close the fingers.
I think Richman's only getting the respect right now for Lorenzo Hunt.
Fist only.
Jab to the body from Hunt is a rangefinder jab. Richman tucking in on his front shoulder. Hook off the mark from Hunt. Richman to the inside again to the body with the right hook.
That body work he talked about. Still using
The
it.
body in the entry.
The body work opens up the head. Lorenzo Hunt is hurt already.
Richman again to the body. Left hook. Counter right hook from Lorenzo Hunt. Big swings from both fighters. Hunt trying to initiate the clinch. There's the left hand in the turn. 40 seconds remaining, round number 1. Richman again. Cutting angles, cutting distance. More body work down from Mike Richman. Right hand, left hand.
And look how Lorenzo Hunt's blocking that body right now. The head's going to be open. Left hand.
Down goes Lorenzo Hunt.
6. That body work's doing exactly what it's supposed to do right now.
Let me see your
Hunt
head.
taking the full mandatory aid from referee Andrew Glenn.
Let's see if Richman jumps all over and goes to the end right now. Unbelievable turn of events right there. Lorenzo Hunt was all but out right there. Mike Richman had him, just got sloppy. Wow! What an ending. Just the opposite of Mike Richman's last fight. He was down and he came back. This time he had the lead, got caught, got sloppy. Wow, he went for the finish and got caught. Lorenzo Hunt was badly hurt there, Sean. I didn't know if he was going to be able to get up even. That body work was something else by Richman, but all it takes is one punch and bare knuckle. What an ending.
Dr. Don Boozy, the Chief Medical Officer of BKFC, the immediate past president the Association of Ringside Physicians, attending to Mike Richman. Richman with the knockdown of Hunt, pouncing in the final seconds of round number 1. Caught, dropped, and finished by Lorenzo Hunt.
And right here you see the handiwork. Look at that great left hand by Richman. Sent the champ to the ground and he was hurt. It was a body work that set all that up. Just countered, got sloppy, came in for the finish.
With the baseball cap, that is Lorenzo Hunt's father and his trainer, Melvin Hunt.
And you could just see they had a look that you haven't usually had in there. Those guys were thinking, oh no, this is a problem, and all of a sudden, boom, one punch changed the course of the fight.
It's a really nice moment between these two world-class bare-knuckle fighters. So much animosity going in, but hidden in all of that animosity was genuine respect flowing in both directions.
Well, I think a big part of that animosity was, this was the first time in a long time Lorenzo thought that people thought his opponent might beat him.
Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, calls a stop to this fight at 1 minute 50 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO and your unified, undisputed BKFC World Light Heavyweight Champion, Lorenzo the Juggernaut!
Off the canvas against tremendous adversity, with Mike Richman stepping in, trying to finish this fight in the closing seconds of round number 1. The right hand, a one-punch walk-away knockout win, sleeping Mike Richman. In our main event of the evening, the winner by way of first-round knockout, Lorenzo Hunt defeats Mike Richman.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents BKFC 50, Friday, September 22nd. In the main event, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt puts his world title on the line against the undefeated Chris Camozzi. Also, heavyweights collide in the co-main event when heavy hitter Josh Cuddly Bear Copeland knuckles up with former boxing champ Steve Herelius. Watch history unfold live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
Steve Herelius versus Juan Torres. The numbers are presented by Fusion CBD Sports Water.
I mean, once again, tail of the tape here, not a big difference. Man, it's amazing how almost identical. Like less than a pound difference right there. Fist size the same, reach the same height. Everything very similar. The only thing difference is Steve has a great deal of experience when it comes to professional boxing. World champ, one of the 3 world champs, former world champs we've had fight for the BKFC.
To get us started, we send it back to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now set for the next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Presented to you by Fusion CBD Sports Water. All the benefits you need for fast muscle recovery. Introducing you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears gold and black. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 243.7 pounds. His bare knuckle record stands at 1 victory opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Huntsville, Texas, here is Juan Torres. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His official weight, 242.4 pounds. He holds an impressive pro boxing record, 21 victories, 5 defeats with 1 draw, and makes his bare knuckle debut here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former WBA interim cruiserweight world champion, fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Paris, France. Here is Steve Centurion Herelius. And our referee in charge of the action, Chris Young.
Steve Herelius said, I want to mix clean technical boxing with grit and determination.
Call time? No judge? Okay.
Torres told us, I want to work to the inside. I cannot allow Herelius to turn this into a straight boxing match.
That's some great advice right there. I know one thing Herelius really wanted to focus on with this 2-minute pace. It's different. People don't realize that. You think, oh, you used to fight 3 minutes, it should be even easier. Not always the case.
Both fighters up to scratch. Sporting touch of hands.
Are you ready? Let's knuckle up.
The bell in round number 1. Black trunks for Steve Herelius.
Oh!
Dark gold trunks for Juan Torres into the clinch. Exactly where Torres wants to be. Lands the big left hand. You see the bullying pressure.
And Herelius has got to be careful right now not to waste too much energy. He's throwing a lot of punches right now.
Break clean, break clean, break clean, break clean, break clean, break clean. Come on, gentlemen.
Great call by Christopher Young. Right back to it. Herelius, big swings from the outside, trying to walk down. Immediately inside comes Juan Torres. Torres, the driving pressure. We'll see the patience of Christopher Young. No patience there. Quick separation. Good right hand lands from Herelius.
Herelius has got to pop some more jabs out there. Keep his opponent at the end of his punches right there. He's the one getting close.
Torres back into the clinch. You see Herelius trying to throw the left hand.
Break clean, gentlemen.
He needs to quit focus on the bare knuckle fighting aspect and focus on the boxing. Utilize that superior boxing.
See the head movement. Herelius trying to bait in Torres, sticking out his chin. Underhook now held by Herelius, trying to drive Torres back. Free Christopher Young working. Torres claiming he was punched to the back of the head. 45 seconds remaining, round number 1.
Herelius was really talking about how important the jab is, most important punch. He's not really throwing it, he's coming with power punches all the time. He's falling in love with trying to knock his opponent out with 1 punch.
Knuckle up. Here to see action, baby.
Christopher Young, both fighters, he needs to see action. His action is just on the inside, Chris.
Yeah, which is weird because Herelius should not want to be in this position at all. He should try and stay on the outside. I like what he did there, though. He put his hands down, he's waiting to counter. As soon as his opponent comes in, he's throwing punches.
Jump in with the right hand. You see Herelius, hands down, chin out, trying to bait in Juan Torres.
Exactly. He feels like his opponent's slower than him, and he can react quicker. Every time he comes in, he thinks he should land a good punch.
That is the end of round number 1.
Listen, I said break. You can't hit him on a break. You can't hit him on a break, okay?
Show sportsmanship, round number 2. Torres overhand right for the entry. There's the driving pressure from Torres.
And just bullet him in there.
Motor wrestling.
So you don't want Herelius to get into tying up like this. That's going to wear him out. He's not used to this.
Okay, now stop wrestling. Let's knuckle up.
Just heard stop wrestling, ordered by referee Christopher Young to both fighters. Left hand lands from Torres on the inside. Herelius with the right hook.
If I'm Torres, I'm doing exactly this. I'm pushing him around the entire time. Every time I get a chance, I'm pushing.
Warning. You can't punch him back in the head. Listen, you can't punch him back in the head, okay? Let's knuckle up.
In referee speak, that's called a hard warning, meaning next time you commit that infraction, it's a point deduction. Young telling Herelius punches to the back of the head.
Break clean, break clean. Let's knuckle up.
To reset Torres again, single-mindedly coming forward. Underhook held by Juan Torres, throwing with the left hand. 65 seconds remaining, round number 2 of this heavyweight bout.
Knuckle up. Come on, gentlemen.
Herelius from the southpaw stance with the right hand, straight 1-2.
I mean, I like the looseness. I like the way he's having the hands down to try and bait his opponent in, but he has to start throwing harder punches. He's got to look to hurt his opponent.
Again, you see Torres coming into the pocket, almost unabated. Herelius just not throwing.
Well, I mean, Torres seems to be accurate right now. I mean, I don't think he has any fear of the punching power of his opponent.
Break called again by Christopher Young.
Knuckle up.
Almost a smile on the face of Juan Torres.
Well, this fight's going exactly the way he wants it to. He's able to push his opponent around, tie up at will.
No, break clean.
Not stay, and this didn't turn into a boxing match. This has turned into a brawl.
Final seconds, round number 2. To the center of the ring. Both fighters talking, both clowning. Next stop, round number 3.
Knuckle up.
Steve Cunningham, a great fighter. I had the pleasure to be one of many commentators calling his win versus Frank Mir in April. Two of my all-time faves with us at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. 2 former world champions, watching another former world champion, Steve Herelius, in his Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut. Big shots from Juan Torres.
Just happy to tie up. I'd like to see him on the inside. Using a little shoulder push off, coming back with some punches, uppercuts.
Right hand from Torres. Torres starting to play, starting to clown.
Break clean, break clean, break clean.
Torres told us, Chris, I don't feel that Herelius has punching power despite his physique.
Yeah, when you look at him, you feel like he'd be the hardest hitter on the card right now. Doesn't seem to be the case right now.
Break clean, Jimmy, break clean. Knuckle up.
Right hand on the entry for Juan Torres. Torres wanted an inside fight. He's making this an inside fight. 45 seconds remaining, round number 3.
I mean, the fans are going to be restless here soon if they keep tying up. They don't want the referee in there breaking up all the time. That's what has to keep happening because there's not any action.
The threshold for referees on when to separate is an active clinch. Right there, Christopher Young deeming that an inactive clinch. That's the break.
Well, when you're not hitting hard in there, I consider that an inactive clinch too. I mean, Herelius, you can see he's showing flashes right there of his understanding and fighting, how he can move, slip, dodge, but you don't get points for dodging, you get points for hitting people.
There's Herelius now clowning on those dodges.
10 seconds,
Final seconds, round number 3. Herelius with his back against the ropes. Torres driving pressure forward with his head. We move to round 4. Scored by 3 Florida Commission assigned judges on the 10-point must system. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. You didn't start for both men to start round number 4 off the scratch line. See the head movement from Herelius. Herelius trying to turn up the temperature, straighter punches. Torres right back to the inside. Looking to utilize the clinch, the dirty boxing.
Break clean, break clean.
And that's what Herelius seems to be doing the whole time. Just putting his hands out, say, look, this guy's doing nothing with this clinch. Break us back up. And Torres has got to make sure he doesn't fall to that trap and start putting his hands down too and trying to clown.
Hands straight up for Herelius. Torres off the right hand, shakes his head no at Herelius. They're definitely talking to each other, Chris.
Come on, now y'all fight now.
Now hands on hips, Torres waving Herelius forward. Short right hand from Juan Torres.
Good uppercut right there by Torres. Sorry, Herelius.
Definitely disquiet in this crowd here at Hard Rock Live in Hollywood, Florida.
Definitely picking up the pace. Steve's doing a much better job this round.
Short left hands in the clinch. There's the break again from Christopher Young. Young doing his best to keep this fight moving. Right hand from Herelius.
Like I said, he's showing flashes right there. Good head movement. He's very elusive. He's got to make sure every time he uses that head movement, he comes back with punches.
Herelius was just talking to Young, saying, when are you going to break us? And then Torres legally punched him in the face with the right hand. That's really the learning curve, isn't it, Chris? For successful pro boxers in BKFC. The clinch, the infighting, the dirty boxing.
Well, he fell victim to it early. He was embracing it. He was grabbing it. He's not used to it. He's like, oh, I can grab this guy and hit, but he wasn't landing clean.
And you see the clowning from Herelius. Hands down, chin out. Final seconds, round number 4. We will move to the 5th and final round.
You know, I've been watching, and they try and like hit, you know, give each other knuckles each in between each round, and I don't think they've landed them once.
Left to the body from the clinch for Herelius. Overhook held on the left side by Torres, then lets it go.
Stop. Listen to me. Come on now. Pick up the pace now.
Again, Torres, with his 23 Pro MMA bout experience, this is largely how he fights MMA. I've commentated him in MMA, and he fights just like this.
You know, once again, he talked about having the cardio to go hard the whole time. I think he's starting to hit that wall right now. You can tell. Look at his hands are down. He's throwing sloppy punches right now. One thing he's able to do is push his opponent around.
See, Herelius wants distance. He wants to throw long, but Torres continually closes the gap, just like that on cue. There's the right hand from Juan Torres.
And that's where he has to step back, do some rock backs, throw some uppercuts.
60 seconds remaining, fifth and final round. Both fighters' faces relatively clean. Very slight swelling under the right eye of Torres. Break again for Christopher Young. Young is definitely working in this bout. Right hand misses the mark from Herelius. Herelius now waving Torres forward. Torres most definitely obliging. That's exactly what he wants to do, come forward and tie up.
Herelius did a couple of times. We just put his head straight out after the tie up to say, nothing's happening here. Break us, referee, and I think he needs to do more of that.
Right hand getting through from Steve Herelius. 15 seconds remaining in this fight.
I mean, he's definitely landed a few more punches right now, but once again, does that forward pressure mean anything?
Naked right hand from Herelius doesn't land hard. Torres head into the chest, throwing to the body. That is the end of the fight.
The crowd very unhappy with that performance right there.
Look of real disappointment on the face of the Frenchman, Steve Herelius. Torres reacting as though he has won this fight. We shall see. Torres did say his main focus in training was conditioning, and he wanted to go hard every minute of every round. He certainly had plan A, Chris, and he largely executed that, which was to come inside and dirty box.
I like them too. Absolutely, and that made this fight very competitive, very close. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure who won the fight. You know, it kind of depends on what the judges were looking for, and you never really know that sometimes. You can tell there wasn't, there's a little bit of a mouse under the left eye of Herelius, but not a lot of damage on the face of either fighter.
Herelius told us in our fighter meeting coming in, he wanted constant in and out movement on the jab. Torres just never allowed that because he continually dumped his head into the chest and came forward.
All right, punches thrown right there. Looks like very similar punches thrown. Torres landed 11 more, a lot more body shots. Looks like 11 more. Neither guy very active for a 5-round fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 5 rounds, here are the score totals from our judges at ringside. Manuel Marquez Jr. scores the fight 48-47 in favor of Herelius. Eliseo Rodriguez scores the fight 48-47 in favor of Torres. And Vincente Rodriguez scores the fight 49-46 to the winner by split decision, Steve Centurion Herelius.
The two judges who scored it for Herelius see it 3 rounds to 2 and 4 rounds to 1. The dissenting judge had it 3 rounds to 2 for Torres. Steve Herelius becomes the first major organization boxing world champion to claim victory in bare knuckle fighting championship. He is the winner by way of split decision. Steve Herelius defeats Juan Torres.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents BKFC 50, Friday, September 22nd. In the main event, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt puts his world title on the line against the undefeated Chris Camozzi. Also, heavyweights collide in the co-main event when heavy hitter Josh Cuddly Bear Copeland knuckles up with former boxing champ Steve Herelius. Watch history unfold live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
Two powerful heavyweights, Josh Copeland versus Levi Costa.
And what do you know, Sean? Very similar right here on everything. 6'1" inch height advantage, 1.5 reach advantage for Josh Copeland. Not that big of a difference. Everything very similar right here, Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the heavyweight division. Presented to you by Nerd Focus, the original Think Drink. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and white. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His official weight, 251 1/2 pounds. He holds an undefeated bare knuckle record at 1-0. Fighting out of San Diego, California, by way of Teresópolis, Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Levi Pitbull Costa. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black and white. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. His official weight, 255.2 pounds. He is a true MMA veteran of 26 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Denver, Colorado, here is Josh Cuddly Bear Copeland. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Emphatic move to the scratch line for the Brazilian Levi Costa. Round number 1. Solid black trunks for Josh Copeland, black and white trunks for Levi Costa. Make no mistake, the winner of this bout takes a big step forward in the heavyweight division. Currently ruled by Arnold A.J. Adams.
That classic southpaw versus right-handed. Whoever can step on the outside can land that straight punch down the middle, Sean.
See the open hand of Costa. Timing that lead jab. Costa to the entry, now snatches the overhook. This is where we talked about the black belt of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but Copeland is a high-level grappler. Left to the body, left to the head. Short right hand from Levi Costa.
And Costa cannot move his opponent around. He cannot move Copeland.
Separation from Andrew Glenn, right back to it. Slide forward pressure from Costa. Pawing that jab as he said he would from the southpaw stance. See the open hand pairing of Costa. Getting in rhythm, now trying to catch the timing. Circling out is Josh Copeland on the entry. Back into the clinch. Overhook snatched by Copeland.
Break! Step back, gentlemen, step back. No wrestling, man, no wrestling. Here we go.
Good quick separation from Andrew Glenn, keeping this heavyweight fight moving. 30 seconds remaining, round 1.
Copeland doing just what he said. He's switching up his stance quite a bit, making it difficult.
Hook jab on the entry from Copeland, nothing there. Levi Costa again coming forward. Costa on the left hook. Counter right hand lands from Copeland. Costa walks through it. Costa on the underhook, on the separation.
Step back, you all right?
Andrew Glenn telling Levi Costa, listen when I say break. That is the end of round 1.
when your moment finally arrives and all your hard work, dedication, and loyalty to your craft is clear for all to see. Your results will speak for themselves. Because when you need the hardest hitting tools on the market, you reach for the brand that always knows how to throw down. Each and every time. Unbelievable. Crescent Tools, trusted by the trades.
Yeah, we knew what it was going to be.
Tough round to call there, Sean. Not a lot of activity for either guy.
Just move your head.
A lot of tying up, but even not a lot of punches land when they were in the clinch right there. Just a lot of pushing, pulling, trying to wear each other out.
Go ahead.
Set for round number 2.
Go to the line. Round 2.
Like to see whoever can get outside that foot and try and step in and a clean shot right away.
Costa immediately on the back step off the scratch line, then coming forward. You see those open hand parries and slaps from Costa. Timing that lead hand, that lead jab of Josh Copeland from the ortho stance. Slight forward pressure now for Costa. Big left hand, that's from Levi Costa. And the overhook, half-time hook. Separation from Andrew Glenn. You can see Copeland continuing to paw that jab. Again, he told us he would do that in our fighter meeting.
And Sean, these pawing jabs aren't really going to do much damage right there. If you step in with a hard jab, that can do damage. These pawing jabs are just try to set up your power punch. Your right hand in this position for Copeland, left hand for Costa.
Right cross to the sternum from Copeland.
It's been the most effective punch for him so far.
55 seconds remaining round 2. Some disquiet in this Colorado crowd. Firmly behind the Denver, Colorado's own fighter, Josh Copeland, into the clinch. It's the right hand from Costa that backs Copeland off his striking line. Double jab on the entry. Second was the hook jab from Josh Copeland. Jab to the body. 25 seconds to go round 2. See the feint from Copeland. Just a foot jab forward. Costa was taking a lot of forward steps. Now suddenly on his back foot. Closing stages, round number 2. Right hand not there from Copeland. Couldn't turn it over. Very even through 2 rounds. Next stop, round 3.
Both guys are trying to position and work for that big shot, but neither guy's been able to land it yet, Sean.
Good round, John.
They haven't really given each other much of an opening.
More head movement, more footwork, okay?
I keep hearing them talking about footwork, but right-handed versus left-handed, whoever can step outside that foot first, not just out there, but step deep. That gets your hips closer to them, and that gets that straight leg or straight right. It depends on whichever guy gets it. That punch is there. You just have to step in and commit to it. I haven't seen either guy willing to do that yet.
Get him to the body. Now you go to the head with the right hand. You got him to the body. He's biting on it. You see it.
Where's that high hand at?
Josh, I need you to be an athlete, okay? I need you to move your feet. Move your feet. All right, I want you to keep those. Everything you do. Good. Good.
All right, here we go, guys. Round 3.
Let's see if we have a little bit more sense of urgency for these guys. Very difficult to tell who's winning the fight right now. Neither guy should know, so I think both guys would be willing to do a little bit more this round.
Round number 3 underway. Here's the jab again from Copeland. Again, it's the jab of the pawing variety, not of the damaging telephone pole like Larry Holmes variety.
Well, and the big difference there, Sean, that's an arm jab. They're not really trying to step in.
Big left hand lands from Copeland. That is the most significant punch that he has landed in this fight. Turned over the left hand. Costa resetting, but on his back foot.
And I'm not sure if it's something that Costa's felt, but he's not coming forward and trying to push the pace at all. He's not trying. He's just playing defense the entire time.
Full pressure again from Josh Copeland. Close to the feint on the level change. 2 big overhand lefts, 2 big misses. Copeland
Costa keeps trying that over the top right hook. I feel like if he doesn't start pushing forward, he's just losing this fight very slowly but surely.
For the clinch, double unders. That throws the break immediately from Andrew Glenn. Soft warning by Glenn to Josh Copeland saying, watch your head on the inside. Step in with the right hand, second right hand lands. Costa with the jab. The duck under from Copeland off the Costa hook. Costa to pulling himself back to the center circle off of the ring ropes. Final seconds of the round. Big left hand, and down goes Lady Costa. Here's the count. Again, you cannot be saved by the bell in any round in this BKFC rule set.
Not getting up, son.
The count of 10 and the win with emphasis in his bare knuckle fighting championship debut for Josh Copeland.
You can tell that was his best round. That's when Copeland really started to open up. He landed a good punch a few seconds earlier in that round, and you could tell Costa didn't like it all, didn't react well, and you can see as soon as that happened, Copeland knew the finish line was right there. He just had to go for it. Good job by Copeland recognizing the fact that his opponent was hurt, and he stepped in and finished the fight. Let's see what part that shows. There it is. Overhand left right on the chin, Sean. Turn the chin just enough. That was all she wrote.
Chris, in our fighter meeting, Josh Copeland said footwork, timing, and angles are key.
Very accurate there.
You see the sportsmanship exhibited by both fighters. There was zero animosity and all respect coming in between Josh Copeland and Levi Costa. Costa had a really strong start to this fight, slowed down noticeably. Copeland showed his patience and then showed his power.
Like I said, I don't know if it was something that Costa felt early in that fight, but he quit coming forward altogether.
Ben Rothwell is here, front row ringside. He's taking note. Arnold A.J. Adams, the heavyweight champion, is at home watching on the Bare Knuckle app in Chicago. No doubt he took note. Here is Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, reaches the count of 10 at the conclusion of round number 3. For your winner by KO, Josh Cuddly Bear Copeland.
Huge debut for Copeland right there, Sean. Look forward to him being another addition to our ever-growing heavyweight division.
The A-list MMA heavyweights just keep on coming to BKFC. Levi Costa, very tough, very talented, but could not respond to that huge left hand. The winner, by way of third-round knockout, Josh Copeland defeats Levi Costa.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents BKFC 50, Friday, September 22nd. In the main event, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt puts his world title on the line against the undefeated Chris Camozzi. Also, heavyweights collide in the co-main event when heavy hitter Josh Cuddly Bear Copeland knuckles up with former boxing champ Steve Herelius. Watch history unfold live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com. Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
On September 22nd, Colorado will be host to another legendary BKFC event.
It's time to knuckle up!
The double champ Lorenzo Hunt sets his sights on his toughest challenger to date in the former UFC veteran Chris Camozzi.
Good turn out, counter right, the counter right back, and flat on his back goes
dominating 2 divisions and violently proving why he's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Number 4 ranked BKFC Cruiserweight, Chris Camozzi, looks to make a statement by continuing his unbeaten streak on his way to capturing gold. On September 22nd, Lorenzo Hunt will fight to keep his Cruiserweight title, while Chris Camozzi aims to take it. This is BKFC Spotlight, Hunt versus Camozzi. Away from all the lights and cameras, Hunt prepares for his 4th consecutive title fight. Despite ruling over 2 divisions simultaneously, he leaves nothing to chance with his fight camps.
I feel worse during a normal day than I do when I'm working out, when I'm running up a mountain, when I'm challenging myself, when I'm holding my breath underwater. People don't understand that I believe that true strength comes from suffering. I'm coming to Denver just to show him how willing I am to suffer. And we'll see who suffers best. People perceive me as the face of bare knuckle. I've heard that a million times. I have not said it myself. I have not said that I'm the face of bare knuckle. I've put in the work. People recognize me on planes, on trains, on buses. Everywhere I go, people say, hey, that's the crazy bare knuckle guy. You know, I'm okay with it. I'm actually proud of it. My kids are proud of it. My mother and father's proud of it. I am Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt. I was already that before I came to here, and I'll be that when I leave. But when I leave, they will talk about me forever. I'm the best in the world.
High above sea level in the Mile High City, Chris Camozzi has bad intentions on his mind. Tirelessly preparing for a shot at a world title, he doesn't just plan on winning. He plans on finishing the number 2 pound-for-pound fighter in the world and cruiserweight champion.
I wanted to come to BKFC because it's an exploding sport and a new challenge. So for me, I've always said when I'm done, I want to be able to look back and say that I've competed in almost every combat sport there is. You know, I've done professional jiu-jitsu, MMA, like I said, kickboxing, BKFC, you know, we'll call it boxing. I just love fighting. I don't care what kind it is. You know, in the past, I almost fought Lethway. Fighting is my favorite thing in the world to do, fighting and traveling. So whenever I can do both, I always jump on it.
Chris Camozzi!
Spahn in all sorts of trouble. Glenn taking a really close look. Knockdown number 3. The count of 10 reached, and just like that, Chris Camozzi 2-0 in BKFC.
Mentally, I've never felt better for a fight. One, with it being in Denver, I'm so excited to fight here. A world title, that's a huge bucket list for me in my career. You know, I'm on over 17 years in my career, so this will be my first world title. And then as far as training goes, you know, I've added in some stuff with like visualization and meditation, and I'm really liking it. You know, I'm going to continue to do it every fight because that kind of stuff, I've thought about it for a long time, and you know, I like reading books and this and that, and we always train our body all the time. We train our body to like go through hell and be killers, but a lot of people don't train their mind. So with me adding that, it's helped me a ton. You know, I go in with a focus, with a mission, every training session now.
These guys walk around and pretend as though they've already climbed the mountain, but you haven't. Because no matter what you did or where you've been, we wound up at the same place at the same time. How unfortunate for you that you wound up underneath me, and you will stay underneath me. I'll be standing over you, trying to make sure, you know, trying to catch a glimpse to decide to see if you're strong enough not to pass over to the other side, like I did when I looked down at Mike Richman. He showed me his true strength when he decided to stay on earth, because he had a choice. It was close. It was really, really close. It was really, really close.
I think Lorenzo can attempt to get in my head all he wants. Again, I've got so much experience. I'm going on over 50 fights. You know, I think this might be my 52nd fight. So I've been around, I've heard it, I've heard like the trash talk, this, that. None of that really bothers me, you know? If anything, I just look at it as a tactic that he wants to use because he's feeling insecure about his training or about the fight. You know, I enjoy it because that actually makes me better. Every time a guy's talk shit to me, I beat them. So I can't think of one guy I've ever lost to that talks shit to me because it fires me up. I'm so competitive that, you know, I hope he does. I hope he picks up the annex.
What comes to mind when I think of Chris Camozzi? Honestly, I never heard of the guy.
I know if I make him quit, he'll never want to fight again. He can continue to be the champ at, light heavyweight. I'm too big for that division. This is the big boy division. So he can go ahead and run through that division down there. He can stay there. I won't come for him there, but this one's mine.
Denver, Colorado will witness history on September 22nd at the First Bank Center, when a reigning champion collides with a challenger on the rise.
Lorenzo, I don't think you know how much this means to me. It's a stamp on my really long career. And September 22nd, I'm going to steal that belt and your identity.
He'll make a mistake. When he makes a mistake, it'll be the beginning of the end for him. And he'll know it as soon as he makes a mistake, because I'll become the most ferocious, most vicious, most dominant fighter in the bare knuckle world.
Will Lorenzo hunt continue his domination, or will Chris Camozzi become the new cruiserweight champion of the world?
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship presents BKFC 50, Friday, September 22nd. In the main event, Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt puts his world title on the line against the undefeated Chris Camozzi. Also, heavyweights collide in the co-main event when heavy hitter Josh Cuddly Bear Copeland knuckles up with former boxing champ Steve Herelius. Watch history unfold live on the BKFC app. Download it at bkfc.com.
Knuckle Fighting Championship is brought to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Guess who's back in the Mile High? The baddest athletes on the planet have descended upon Denver, and they want all the smoke. BKFC 50 is now on the air. Let's get this historic event started with our preview tonight. 3 bouts to set the table for what should be an epic night of fights. Later on, during our pay-per-view broadcast, it's a heavyweight co-main event. Denver's own Josh Cuddly Bear Copeland goes toe-to-toe with the newcomer and boxing champion, Steve Herelius. Better make sure that ring is reinforced. And our main event for BKFC 50, the Cruiserweight World title, is on the line as the challenger from right here in Denver, Chris Camozzi, tests his might against the man considered by many to be the BKFC GOAT, champion Lorenzo the Juggernaut Hunt. And we are just north of Denver, Colorado, here in the First Bank Center, where we've made a ton of memories. It is BKFC 50, a historic milestone of an event. Last time we were here was another milestone for 41, where we saw a lot of fighters that jumped into the BKFC from MMA, from other disciplines. Tonight, it's one of our OGs, Lorenzo Hunt, in the main event, looking to exert his dominance in his division. Can he keep his 8-fight winning streak alive? Well, we are right here in the freebie. You're watching on whatever social media aspect you might be on right now. But if you want to get the full show, you know you got to get the BKFC app. So stop what you're doing. Download it right now. You'll get tonight's event for $7.99. But not only will you get that, you'll get next week in Salem, Virginia. You'll get the Prospect Series from the UK. And I believe, if my numbers are right, you're going to get Columbia, South Carolina on October 20th as well. A lot for $7.99, the best value in all of combat sports. So here we go as we have our first fighters ready to toe the line, ready to walk down to our ring. Let's go to Sean and Chris, who are ringside. Now, Sean, listen, we keep standing them up, and Lorenzo Hunt keeps knocking them down time and time again. What can we expect out of Chris Camozzi, Lorenzo Hunt, tonight in Denver?
Cyrus Lorenzo Hunt, 10-1 in the sport of bare knuckle. He, of course, enters as a 2-weight class world champion in BKFC. Chris Camozzi, a UFC veteran, a Glory veteran, 2-0 in BKFC. Both wins by way of first-round knockout. This has all of the ingredients to be a really good main event.
All right, Chris, I'm going to you. Let's talk odds, because you know it's always more fun watching the BKFC when you got a little bit of money on the line. Our friends at DraftKings Sportsbook can definitely help you out with that, but I want you to help everybody out there that's watching. What are a couple of the fights that you're seeing the odds and you think they're standing out right now?
Couple things going on here for I like a lot of different fights. The thing that's jumping out at me right now, Marcus Edwards at -200. That is a fantastic bet. Now, if you're getting risky, if you want to be a little bit more of a risk taker, Franco at +300. That means if you bet 100, you win 300. She's an underdog, but I think that's a live dog right there.
Well, if you want to get betting, then do it through DraftKings Sportsbook, and they got the hookup right now, a $50 bonus bet for tonight's fight with your first deposit of $5 or more. That's for new customers. Scan the QR code and use the code DKBKFC to get hooked up tonight. Let's take a look at the rules brought to you by Mint 45. All fights scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds. Fights are scored by 3 judges on the 10-point must system. Hand wraps must be at least 1 inch below the bare knuckles. Punching in the clinch is allowed. No 3 knockdown rule. No being saved by the bell in any round. No kicks, knees, elbows, takedowns, or submissions. And now your very first Crescent Jewels tell the tape.
We open BKFC 50 with a bout in the middleweight division. Jesse Stalder versus Zeb Vincent.
And if you look here, Sean, the main difference right here is Vincent does have a 3.5-inch reach advantage. That means Stalder's going to have to get inside to land those hard shots.
From Kansas City, Kansas, Zeb Vincent. This is bout number 2 for Vincent in BKFC. He's 1-0 in pro MMA. He's had 9 AMI MMA bouts. Vincent told us in our fighter meeting, entering this his second fight in the sport of bare knuckle, he now feels that defense is more important than offense. He said, I'm going to utilize my jab. I'm going to showcase excellent footwork, excellent slips, circle, move backwards, and always be sound defensively.
So another guy right here just lost a lot of weight after his first fight. Really been putting more cardio in training, lost, I think, 35 pounds. Like you said, he's here to box, not brawl this time. Understands how important defense, wants to go out there, throw a lot of straight punches, cut angles, and counter punch.
Vincent said, I know I don't have to be first in every exchange. I'm going to make my opponent Jesse Stalder miss. I'm going to counter hard. Vincent said, quote, fundamentals over flash for me in this fight.
I love something he said. He said he has to stay off the center line, and when he ducks out to the side after his opponent throws a punch, he has to dig to the body. That shows he's done a lot of research, understand, trying to capitalize when your opponent makes a mistake.
Jesse Stalder set for his BKFC debut. He's had 2 pro MMA bouts. Stalder told us in our fighter meeting he feels that he is a very good natural athlete. Stalder said, I'm going to use that athleticism for a fast start off of scratch. I'm going to keep moving forward. So often, Chris, we hear about fighters saying in our fighter meeting, it's all about the jab for me. Throw the 1-1-2. Stalder said, for me, it's about my power rear hand. I'm going to keep throwing the 2-1-2.
I love what he said there. He said he's going to come out there aggressive. He feels like he gets even more aggressive once he gets hit once. That's a dangerous strategy here, but we'll see how it works out.
Stalder described his opponent, Zeb Vincent, in this middleweight bout is, quote, ruthless. Stalder said he's very aggressive, he's very strong in the clinch. I have to establish myself in the pocket, but I cannot get stuck in the clinch of my opponent, Zeb Vincent.
Well, he wants to be the aggressor, but one thing I love that he said, he's not going to take a step backwards. That means we're going to have a fight where these guys are going to come in here and they're going to brawl.
To get our evening started, we send it into the ring with the always outstanding Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and welcome to the First Bank Center here in beautiful Denver, Colorado. And we welcome you to BKFC 50. BKFC Freeview begins tonight with 5 2-minute rounds in the middleweight division, presented to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Introducing you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black and white. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, an even 175 pounds. Tonight, he steps into the squared circle for the second time. Fighting out of Kansas City, Kansas, here is Zeb CWV Vincent. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out the blue corner. Tonight, he wears blue. He stands at even 6 feet tall. His official weight, 174 1/2 pounds. Tonight, he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Greeley, Colorado, here is Jesse James Stalder. And our referee in charge of the action, Nick Behrens.
Zeb Vincent told us, I expect Jesse Stalder to keep rushing in with wide punches. I cannot allow Stalder.
All right, gentlemen, toe the line. When I say knuckle up, we're live.
Both
Ready?
fighters up to scratch.
Knuckle
BKFC 50 upon us. The bell, round number 1. There's the jab from Zeb Vincent. He's in the black and white trunks. Blue and gray trunks for Jesse Stalder.
And you can see Stalder right there was not ready for that start. It's taken him a minute to get used to this style.
Vincent jab to the body. Tall stance for Vincent. Off the jab again. There's the right hand from Stalder. He talked about throwing the 2. There was the naked 2. There's the 2 right back, then the jab from Vincent. Both fighters throwing big early. We're in the middleweight division.
And you can just see right now, the comfort level right now, Vincent Stalder's not there yet.
Counter on the left hand from Stalder.
Fingers, watch your fingers.
Vincent. Vincent right back off the jab. Jab again. There's the big right hand from Stalder. Stalder trying to change the momentum.
You can just tell Vincent looks very relaxed out there right now.
Your right uppercut just misses from Vincent, and on the delay, down goes Jesse Stalder.
Stalder is hurt.
5, 6.
He does not like the way this fight is started off. I'm not sure he's getting it from.
9.
There's the mandatory 8 count for referee Nick Behrens. From 8 to 10, and game, set, match, Zeb Vincent.
What a turnaround right there for Vincent. From his first fight, he looked so much more relaxed, so much more comfortable. Just got the job done, went out there and landed hard shots. He took a few shots of his own. You could tell that Stalder was a very strong, powerful individual. He talked about being a great athlete, and he was, but this isn't about being an athlete. This is about being a dog in this sport sometimes. And Zeb Vincent's shown that that's what he is right now. Wow, what a turnaround.
Jesse Stalder was game. He was throwing big, but Zeb Vincent showing massive improvement from his BKFC debut to record his first win in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. And you see the elation for Zeb Vincent.
And Sean, we've talked about it before. Experience is everything in this sport. And you can just see, look at Zeb Vincent right now. It's relaxed. It's just a nice little uppercut right there. Came from an odd angle. I think his opponent didn't see it coming. Look at that, just a weird angle. He said, what was that? That wasn't a normal punch. Don't have to be a normal punch. There's no boxing gloves here. There's no MMA gloves. It's that fist, and it did damage.
You saw the delay. Vincent threw it. I initially thought, Chris, that it was just off the mark. Stalder didn't go down immediately. The punch registered. It wobbled his legs. Then Stalder went to the mat, took the full 10 count from Nick Behrens and Zeb Vincent. In June, he won his pro MMA debut in his hometown, Kansas City, Kansas. Tonight, here just north of Denver in Broomfield, Colorado, Vincent gets win number 1 in BKFC.
He's on a roll now, Sean, but just that confidence level. And that punch, I thought he missed it right there. It wasn't until I watched the replay that it just did enough damage. It just skimmed the surface, but that's all it takes. When you have a bare knuckle and you have that bone on the eye or right around there and it hits, that's going to cut, it's going to tear, and it's going to make your opponent go, what just happened right there? He couldn't see, he fell down, it did the damage, it just took a second.
Vincent said fundamentals over flash in our fighter meeting. He showed the fundamentals, but there's a bit of flash anytime you knock someone out with a rear right uppercut.
Beautiful punch.
We send it to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Nick Behrens, reaches the count of 10 at 59 seconds into round number 1. For your winner by KO, Zeb CWB Vincent.
And Sean, first at MMA victory. Now he has a good body transformation. Now a win here. This guy is just getting more confident with each bout he's coming out, and I can't wait to see him come out and fight again.
Zeb Vincent starting off of scratch with the jab, that rear right uppercut, glancing, but enough on the delay to drop Jesse Stalder, the 10 count in the win. Victorious by way of first round knockout, Zeb Vincent defeats Jesse Stalder.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Let's go!
Tonight only, you'll receive 20% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel when you use the promo code BKFC50 at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of hats, shirts, hoodies, and more to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. So place your order now to get 20% off apparel with promo code BKFC50 at bareknuckleshop.com.
To the heavyweight division we go. The numbers presented by Crescent Tools for Lamont Stafford versus Gabriel Mota.
And Sean, there's a lot on this tape that just jumps out at you right there. 6'6" versus 5'9". But to me, I think the main thing is the reach. 79 versus 70, and that's a 9-inch reach advantage. Mota has heavy hands, but he's got to get inside. It's up to Stafford to keep him long, make him pay each time he tries to get in to land those heavy punches.
Gabriel Mota made his BKFC debut May of last year. He defeated Travis Lurchin by first-round KO.
And there it is, Sean. I just talked about those heavy hands. He knows that's all it takes. He has to land one punch. He's got power. Look at when he has power with both hands, he feels. All he has to do is land that right hand, land that left. He loves that overhand punch, that looping shot. He feels like it works very well against these taller guys, and lucky for him, he's going against the taller guys. That's the gameplay. Get inside and land that overhand right.
Gabriel Mota set for bout number 3 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. He's had 14 pro MMA bouts, including 1 in LFA. He's also had 4 pro boxing matches. Mota wrestled NCAA Division II level at St. Joseph's College in Indiana. In our fighter meeting, Mota said, I'm going to keep throwing to the body. It's going to be body, body, head, body, body, head throughout this fight. Mota 5'9" to his opponent, Lamont Stafford 6'6". Mota said, constant level changes, heavy pressure, I've got to get to the inside.
I like something he said. He's going to time that jab. He's going to duck under and come up with punches afterwards. He understands he has to level change, and he has to use angles to get inside and land those bombs.
Mota said of his opponent, Lamont Stafford, I believe at 6'6", he's going to try to stay long, work off of the jab. As he jabs, I'm going to time it, counter with my overhand. When I land the overhand, that's when I will come in. Mota said, I absolutely cannot be pushed backwards in this fight.
Well, not only that, but he wants to back his opponent up. He has to push him backwards the entire time. He said he has to use pressure to win this fight. He cannot let his opponent breathe. That means he's going to be in his face the whole time.
Lamont Stafford set for his Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut. Stafford, a veteran of 21 pro MMA bouts, including 1 in Bellator. He's 2-0 in pro boxing. Stafford said, I'm absolutely going to stay long. Everything will flow off of my jab. Stafford, who's naturally right-handed, said, I'm going to keep switching stances. When I switch to southpaw, I put my lead power hand, my jab, where I can really throw big punches. Stafford said, while I'm staying long, I'm going to walk down Gabriel Mota from range.
He said he wants to stay long, but the same thing, he's not going to go backwards. He can't take backward steps. He knows if he ends up on the ropes, that gives his opponent the chance. Not going to do that. He wants to use lateral movement because he doesn't want to stand and brawl with a fighter like Mota.
Stafford said of Gabriel Mota, I know he has big punching power. He's got a fast jab. I have to throw a faster jab, and when Mota throws those power punches wide, that's when my fast jab has to be on point.
Very confident was Stafford right there. He feels like he's going to make his opponent pay. He definitely thinks it's going to end the first round, but if not, it's definitely not going past 2 rounds.
Stafford, even with those 21 pro MMA fights, said, I do not want to engage in the clinch. I don't want to utilize dirty boxing. If Gabriel Mota works to the inside, I'm going to look to exit immediately. I have to stay calm. I cannot let this turn into a stand and trade or fight in the clinch type of bout.
Understands that he wants to stay, use his skill. He feels like he's definitely the more skilled fighter here. He feels like it gives his opponent a chance if he sits there, trades punches, brawls. He says, why give that guy any kind of a chance? If I fight my game plan, this guy has no chance.
G. Perez, not just a great BKFC fighter, not just one of the best cutmen in the world, he also trims nails.
He's like a manicurist, right? That's a free manicure. You should be, are they gonna take that out of his pay right there, you think?
So sometimes you slip past the inspectors, but you don't slip past the outside referee, Andrew Glenn. Andrew Glenn catching the elongated nails. In comes G. Perez. He saved this fight. Into the ring comes Lamont Stafford. Once again, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for our next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the heavyweight division, presented to you by OnlyFans. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner tonight, he wears black trimmed in the proud colors of Puerto Rico. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, his official weight, an even 214 pounds. His BKFC record stands at 1 victory opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Hammond, Indiana, here is Gabriel Manos de Piedra Mota. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight, he wears red and black. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall. His official weight, 211.7 pounds. He is an MMA veteran of 21 fights, and tonight makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, here is Lamont, the KO King Stafford. And our referee in charge of the action, Big Dan Mergliata.
Gabriel Mota said, I have to get past that long jab of Lamont Stafford. Once in the clinch, I've got to let my hands go. High volume punches. Round number 1. Red trunks for Lamont Stafford, black trunks for Gabriel Mota. Big swings from Mota looking to the inside. There's the left hand. You see the head movement from Stafford taking that left hand circling. Huge overhand right from Mota. Mota again to the inside, half tie play. More big swings that duck under from 6'6" Lamont Stafford. Huge swings from Gabriel Mota.
And Sean, the thing is, if you don't land some of those big punches, you tire out.
40 seconds gone, round number 1. All action to start this heavyweight bout. There's the rear right uppercut from Stafford. Mota still coming forward. Stafford is yet to establish his reach advantage, but lands that right hand on the turn.
Like I said, Sean, you got to be careful throwing bombs like that. You only have so many fastballs in you.
To the body, there's the level change. To the head goes Gabriel Mota. Those were the sequences that Stafford said when Mota throws wide, comes forward, I'm going to jab. There's the jab from Stafford.
And this slower pace right here, that definitely favors Stafford.
Overhand right, now on the turn, the counter. Swelling on the forehead of Gabriel Mota. See the hematoma forming above his right eye.
That jab could be the factor right there. If he keeps getting hit with that jab, you're going to get cut off.
Straight punches and down goes Gabriel Mota.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And Mergliata giving the mandatory 8 to Gabriel Mota.
Okay, let's see how much Stafford tries to step on the gas right. If he goes for the finish, you got to be careful because you got a dangerous guy.
Stafford on the 1-1-1-2. Big right hand from Lamont Stafford. Mota back to the inside. Counter right hand just missing with the overhand left. Gabriel Mota. Final 10 seconds. Outstanding round number 1. Both fighters having their moment. Stafford dropping Mota here in round number 1. The jab again from Lamont Stafford. Switch of stances. The bell. Next stop, round 2.
Sean, like I said, you got to be careful throwing bombs the entire time. You can tell at the end, Mota slowed down there quite a bit. And if he's slowed down, he's just a sitting target right there for Stafford with that long jab.
Yeah.
And you can see that uppercut, the jab, the one, just a couple straight punches. It's hard to block with no gloves, Sean. You have those hands up. All it takes is one little shot getting through just like that. See that one shot gets you. It's all it takes. You cannot sit there and just block like this is a boxing match. You have to wait for one time when they throw a punch and just throw right back. You got to fire back.
Inhale, inhale, inhale.
Talked about the hematoma over the right eye of Gabriel Mota.
All right, you good.
There's a great
hey,
view
look at me. The nerves are gone now. We have a fight on our hands, right? You hurt him a few times with that right, but you can't show it to him. All right, he's seeing it coming. I want you to attack and surprise him with it. Hit the fucking body, come to the top. Let's go.
Down, gentlemen. Great advice right there from the corner. Work that body. He's got a tall guy. That body's got to be open.
Dan Mergliata starts round number 2. Stafford starts the second round with the jab and then the 1-1-2. To the body overhead left goes Mota. Big overhand left, the entry again from Gabriel Mota.
I like to see. He's doing exactly what his corner told him.
Mota again to the body. This is where Gabriel Mota said he would throw high volume in the clinch. Long jab from Stafford. Stafford on the hook jab. 2-for-2. Overhand right entry again from Mota. Counter right hand from Lamont Stafford.
No strikes, no strikes. Good job, gentlemen. Ready, knuckle up.
Mota taking those punches so well. He's getting him with a lot of these counter shots.
Chris, one of the greatest things of many great things in combat sports, you can make your body work for you. You can be a 6'6" heavyweight and have success. You can be a 5'9" heavyweight and have success.
Exactly. Everybody's got to fight their style.
Coming forward off the jab, more big overhands from Gabriel Mota, backing off Lamont Stafford. Stafford backing up, and again looking to throw that rear right hand. 50 seconds remaining, second round of this heavyweight bout. Overhand right, left hand again on the entry, Gabriel Mota. Mota right hook, just misses with the right uppercut.
I mean, Mota is kind of telegraphing those punches right now. He looks very tired.
Stafford off the long jab. 30 seconds remaining in the second round. Feint on the jab from Lamont Stafford. Feint on the level change from Mota. Just talking to each other, the left hand lands from Gabriel Mota. Mota resetting. We just heard the 10-second clack. Walk forward pressure, good right hand, left hand from Gabriel Mota. Coming to the mid-range, the bell, we move to round 3.
Much better round there for Mota. He landed a lot of shots, but he looks extremely tired right now because I'm telling you, Sean, you throw all those power shots, it wears you out. If you hit, if you don't hit,
you're still
it
throwing
definitely
big
wears
punches
you.
without setting them up. We got to set that shit up. Get under his jab, get under his cross, get to that body. Give me those body shots. Then we're going to come up the middle. All right, hit that middle, get him to snap. He's tired, man. He's tired, okay? Relax and breathe, deep breath. You got to pace your breathing, okay? Inhale, exhale. Nice.
Good advice for Steve Cologne in the corner right there.
Give me some straight shots down the middle, hit the fucking liver, hit the screen, hit him in the chest, right? Surprise him with the chin, then you come over the top. Okay? Let's be smart about it. Mouthpiece in. Breathe. Deep breath. Okay. Deep breath. I know you're good. Yep.
Steve Cologne, a very good trainer. He's had several fighters in here, BKFC. You can tell he understands the sport, knows. He's telling exactly what his opponent needs to do. Get in there, land those body shots, and then go upstairs.
Both fighters up to scratch. Round number 3 underway. Stepping in with the hook, and the hook right back from Mota. That lands now Mota to the inside, half-tie plug. Big swings again from Gabriel Mota. That turn Lamont Stafford. Huge shots on the overhand right. Left hand now again the half-tie plug. Big overhand right from Gabriel Mota.
Now we got to fight, Sean.
Overhand right again, turning Lamont Stafford once more.
That might have wore Mota out, though. I think he might have spent a lot of his energy right there.
Stafford on the right hand, knockdown number 2. Against the flow of the fight here in round 3, Stafford to turn the right hand in the second knockdown. This fight is over, and the win for Lamont Stafford in his bare knuckle fighting championship.
I don't even know if Mota was hurt. I think he was just tired. His legs were wobbly because he was tired. You could tell after he threw all those punches, his legs were not quite there. You could just see he was tired in that part, and then he got hit a couple times, went down, but I feel like he was just more wobbly because of his exhaustion, not necessarily the punches.
Phenomenal start to round number 3 for Gabriel Mota, twice turning Lamont Stafford, and against the flow of the fight in round 3, Stafford turning, landing that long straight right hand, and that's the finish.
And you can just see here, watch, right from the beginning, Mota comes out and lands it. There was a good left hand right there. Look, you can just see the hurt. But just, you can look tired right there. Backing up, hands down. A nice right hand, but he'd been hit with other shots equally or harder than that. I think he was just tired after that. I mean, Mota came to win the fight. He landed some hard shots. You know, just a very tough fight right there. I mean, it's difficult to go against a guy who's 6'6" when you're 5'9". You're throwing hard punches, trying to work your way inside, and if you don't land them, you get tired.
Gabriel Mota always game. He is incapable of a boring fight, and Lamont Stafford, not without adversity, showing his class, getting the win in his BKFC debut. Chris, our strike stats presented by Bucked Up Energy Drink.
And you can see here 70% accuracy for Stafford. Both guys landed a very high percentage right there. It was that one last shot that did the job. Head strikes right there. You can see, it looks like Stafford didn't go to the body too much. I think everything was upstairs right there.
Lamont Stafford knocking down Gabriel Mota in round number 1. Mota, an outstanding sequence to start round number 3, and then Stafford the right hand, and that is the win. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Big Dan Mergliata, reaches the count of 10 at 40 seconds into round number 3. For your winner by KO, Lamont, the KO King, Stafford.
Good job for Stafford right there. You can tell he learned a lot in this fight. This isn't MMA. This isn't boxing. It's different. It took him a minute to get adjusted. I think he did well once he did, Sean.
21 pro MMA fights, 2 in pro boxing, and now 1 in the sport of bare knuckle. And that 1 ends in victory. A right hand for the finish. Quality from both men in the heavyweight division. The winner by way of 3rd round KO. Lamont Stafford defeats Gabriel Mota.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
We are all the way live from Satellite 5. I'm Brian Socha, and as always, so much to get into this week on the Bare Knuckle Show. We're glad you're hanging out.
Bare Knuckle just takes one shot. If he can land a good shot, he can do some damage.
6 new major signings, a new location overseas that we're going to be doing.
It gives me so much more energy and reason to go ahead and do what I do.
Oh, shit!
Oh, shit!
It's inappropriate.
Let's go!
Tonight only, you'll receive 20% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel when you use the promo code BKFC50 at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of hats, shirts, hoodies, and more to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. So place your order now to get 20% off apparel with promo code BKFC50 at bareknuckleshop.com.
Already explosive here in the Mile High City Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, brought to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink, OnlyFans, Crescent Tools, and Lions Not Sheep Apparel. And here we are in the First Bank Center here in Broomfield, Colorado, just north of Denver. And you're locked in to the Freeview. As you see, we just had a war with Lamont Stafford, Gabriel Mota. Lamont Stafford able to get that win. Zeb Vincent opening up things with a big finish as well. 2 fights, 2 finishes. That's all you ask for, right? That's what we love to deliver to you, is a lot of knockouts and a lot of excitement. You're going to get a lot of that tonight. You're in the Freeview, but if you want the entire show, you got to get the BKFC app. $7.99, a paltry sum to get the entire show tonight, including our Cruiserweight Championship main event. And not only will you get tonight's event, you're going to get BKFC 51 next weekend, 7 days away from Salem, Virginia. Britton Hart, Melanie Shaw for the Strawweight Championship of the world. And we go ringside to Sean Willock and Chris Lytle. What about the top 4 fights for next week? BKFC 51, Sean, Chris, it's going to be incredible. This is brought to you by Mid 45.
Yes, Cyrus, BKFC keeps on rolling. Next weekend, September 29th, BKFC back in Virginia, our first time in the city of Salem. The main event, Chris, for the BKFC women's 115-pound strap, the champion Britton Hart versus the fighter from England, Melanie Shaw.
And I love this fight. Sean, you're looking at Melanie Shaw, just so tough, so tenacious, but Britton Hart has been just a dog, one of our best fighters we have out there. That's a great matchup. And who couldn't like Joe Elmore? If you don't like him, you don't like bare knuckle, he's great. Dustin Peck's just been phenomenal, though. That guy is going to be a problem in every weight class. That is one heck of a co-main event. You know, Bruce Abrams can be A great fighter right there. Stanislav Grosu, we've loved watching him. You know, Blake has that tall 6'7" guy with that long jab. I mean, that's going to be a fantastic fight. Somebody's getting knocked out. Two heavy-handed guys. I mean, what a great card right there. I mean, it's only a week away. I'm so excited to be going to Virginia. This is going to be a great time.
A big debut in Southwest Virginia. Very close. That's driving distance for me. So you know I'm excited about that, boys. Can't wait. I think you're going to love the crowd in Salem, Virginia. Once again, next week, BKFC 51. You don't want to miss it. Pay the $7.99. You're going to get the full show tonight. Right now, let's go to the final fight of the preview here at BKFC 50.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Let's go!
Tonight only, you'll receive 20% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel when you use the promo code BKFC50 at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of hats, shirts, hoodies, and more to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. So place your order now to get 20% off apparel with promo code BKFC50 at bareknuckleshop.com.
In the flyweight division, Angelo Trujillo versus Dom Kerry. Our tale of the tape is presented by Crescent Tools.
And Sean, I feel like this has been the theme of the night, but a huge height advantage for Kerry right now and reach advantage. That is a 6-inch reach advantage. Trujillo has to get inside. He wants to get inside and tie up, use that clinch. He's got to get inside the jab of Kerry to do so.
This is the BKFC debut and indeed the Pro Combat Sports debut for Dom Kerry. Kerry amassed a record of 3-1. He's an AMI and MMA. He is a 5'9", 125-pounder, and as such, Kerry told us in a fighter meeting, I have to establish my reach advantage. I have to stay long, but from range, I'm going to be in and out constantly. I'm not just going to park on the outside.
And Sean, I love something he talked about, that in and out footwork, but not only that, he doesn't want to get greedy, and he said that. That's usually my term. He wants to get in there, throw 3 or 4 punches, and then get back out. He cannot sit there and unload and try and throw an 8-punch combination. He knows his opponent's going to fire back. Get in there, throw punches, and get out.
Kerry became very animated in our fighter meeting. He got out of his chair. He was showing us his rear right hand, showing us his movement. He said, I'm going to step back and throw the cross. I'm comfortable moving forwards. I'm comfortable moving backwards. And I'm comfortable moving sideways.
He knows his opponent's going to try and blitz him, so he's got to angle off. He's got to do that to avoid that power shots and then just touch his opponent. He's another one of these guys. He just has to touch him. Doesn't matter how hard he hits him. Wants to hit him consistently, though.
Angelo Trujillo set for his bare knuckle fighting championship debut in this, his home state, Colorado. Trujillo has had 5 pro MMA bouts. He told us in our fighter meeting he prides himself on being extremely fast, extremely explosive, and he said, I am going to be quick off of the scratch line to start this bout. Trujillo said a high volume of punches, constant hooks, constant uppercuts.
But he understands he's got to work to get inside. It's just not going to happen. He's waiting for his opponent to jab, parrying that, and then coming inside with footwork, head movement if he has to, but definitely wants to parry that jab to work to get to the body of his opponent.
Angelo Trujillo said of his opponent, Dom Kerry, in this flyweight bout, I think Kerry is more focused on speed and technique than he is on power. I think he's going to move a lot. Trujillo said, I have to cut off the ring with smart angles. I have to continually look to explode to the inside. I'm going to throw crosses. I'm going to throw big overhands on the entry.
And I love it, Sean. Most people say, what's their punch? They say jab. Not this guy. Uppercuts, hooks, overhands. Has to be fast, has to be explosive if he wants to win this fight.
Once again, Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for our next fight of the night, scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the flyweight division. Presented to you by Crescent Tools. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, tonight he wears black and red. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. His official weight, 125 1/2 pounds. Tonight, he makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Troy, New York, here is Dom the Bomb Kerry. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out the blue corner. Tonight, he wears camouflage. He stands 5 feet 3 inches tall. His official weight, an even 125 pounds. He also, tonight, makes his BKFC debut. Fighting out of Grand Junction, Colorado, here is Angelo, the phenomenal fighter, Trujillo. And our referee in charge of the action, Andrew Glenn.
Dom Kerry told us, I believe Angelo Trujillo is more of a grappler than a puncher. I am a puncher. I'm going to catch him as Trujillo rushes forward. Trujillo, though, backs off of the scratch. Round number 1 underway. We're in the flyweight division. Green trunks for Angelo Trujillo. Black and red trunks for Dom Kerry. Now to the inside comes Trujillo. Trujillo, big uppercuts from the half-time club. It's high and tight for both men. Coming forward off the jab, Dom Kerry, the overhand right not getting through from Trujillo, but he lands that left hook. Trujillo hard to the body, half-time club. Big uppercuts, and drops Dom Kerry. Then the punch as Kerry is grounded.
Threw 2 punches right there. And look at Kerry. He's just looking at the ref like, what's going on here, man?
Time called by referee Andrew Glenn.
And that wasn't just 1 punch while I was down. He might have thrown 2 or 3, Sean.
Hang on. You get a doctor. Where's the doctor? Where's the doctor?
Angelo Trujillo again. This is his BKFC debut. He's at 5 pro MMA fights.
So I want to see if he's okay to continue. If he's not okay to continue.
You can just see, watch, it's a couple good punches on the inside. The mouthpiece comes out, and there's down 1, 2.
I think Trujillo just simply forgot the rules set.
Doesn't matter how many times you tell him, Sean. It's just muscle memory sometimes. Oh, what? Now,
this fight is over. Angelo Trujillo thinks that he has won.
I don't think he's going to win.
He is not going to win this fight.
If you hit the guy illegally, and that's what causes a stoppage, you didn't win the fight. He's going to be in for a rude awakening here, Sean.
This is either going to be a no contest or a disqualification win for Dom Kerry.
You'd have to think so.
Yeah, you hit him while he's down. He's DQ'd. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're going to say the knockdown caused him to quit. They're going to probably say it was a couple punches afterwards.
Okay, guys, listen. Unfortunately, his knee was clearly down.
We've seen a lot of times
in the
5-year history of BKFC.
That's the way it works.
Where a fighter is knocked down,
understand what I'm saying?
and then the attacking fighter throws a punch, and then thinks, oh, sorry about that. I didn't realize. Angelo Trujillo, it's almost as though he wasn't smart enough to the unified rules of bare knuckle.
He hit him, and then he waited a second and hit him again. So it looks like he might have already been told by the referee, hey, you might want to quit jumping around. You might not have won this fight. I'm not sure what's going on over there.
There are extensive rules meetings in the back. All 3 referees on this card, Andrew Glenn, Dan Morganato, and Nick Barron's outstanding, not just in BKFC. They are regulars in the UFC. Angelo Trujillo, though, he either didn't pay attention in the rules meeting or he just simply forgot. I don't think there was any malice from Angelo Trujillo. I think he just simply thought, I have to continue on like I'm in an MMA fight. We go to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to repeated illegal ground strikes, our referee has called a stop to this fight at 38 seconds into round number 1. For your winner, by way of disqualification, Dom the Bomb Kerry.
And Sean, nobody wants to win a fight that way. It is unfortunate, but that happens sometimes. So, like to see these guys fight again. I don't know what happened.
Again, Angelo Trujillo, you could see there was absolutely no malice with those 2 punches. Again, he either just wasn't aware of the rules or completely forgot the rules regardless. Not 1, but 2 clearly illegal strikes. The fight over. And that is a disqualification. And
Sean, please don't say he didn't understand the rules. Like you said, they told him many times. I promise you. Don't think we don't tell people the rules here.
the referees say always listen in the rules meeting. The winner by way of first round disqualification, Don Kerry defeats Angelo Trujillo.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Let's go!
Tonight only, you'll receive 20% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel when you use the promo code BKFC50 at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of hats, shirts, hoodies, and more to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. So place your order now to get 20% off apparel with promo code BKFC50 at bareknuckleshop.com.
And welcome back here in Broomfield, right outside Denver, Colorado, for BKFC 50 is still locked in with our preview. A lot more to come, folks, of course. Most definitely a lot to come here, including that main event. That's coming up a little bit later tonight on the full pay-per-view. Lorenzo Hunt taking on Chris Camozzi. A lot of folks talking about this. Can Chris Camozzi from right here in Denver get to the top of the mountain tonight in the BKFC in just his third BKFC fight? We'll find out. Lorenzo Hunt, of course, has been the Juggernaut 8 fights in a row. Now, next week, 7 days from now, we go to my territory. We go to Southwest Virginia, Salem, Virginia, BKFC 51. Britton Hart and Melanie Shaw for the Strawweight Championship of the world. We'll get Dustin Pegg and Joe Elmore as well. A nice stacked card here for Southwest Virginia, our debut in the region. Next up, we're going to be heading to the UK once again, the 14th of October. It's going to be the Prospect Series number 2. Remember the first one we did in Miami? Found a few stars out there. A lot of guys extra hungry for their opportunity to be on the main roster here in the BKFC. Next up, Columbia, South Carolina. Oh, it's going to be a good one. Take a look at this card. Look at the top 2 fights. Reggie Barnett defending his title against Keith the Rockstar Richardson, and then Soto and Kroom in a lightweight throwdown. That is going to be special. That's Columbia, South Carolina. But then we go international. In just a moment, let's go to Orlando. Just announced Dave Mundell defending his title against Cold Red Doug Coltrane. What an opportunity for Coltrane and Mundell taking on all comers with that middleweight championship November 3rd back in Orlando, Florida for us. But then this, man, we've talked about those certain type of dreams. If you're a combat sport fan, this is one of those fights. Buakaw taking on Senchai. That's going to be November 4th. That's BKFC Thailand, number 5 in Pattaya. What an opportunity to see a legendary fight in Thailand. But then we make our debut in Europe. We're going to all places, Bulgaria. What an awesome place to see some fights. These Eastern European fighters will blow your mind. Dimitrov, Shelzikov, that's on top of the card. Exciting. It's Sofia, Bulgaria. Been there, called fights there. Awesome fight city, BKFC in Bulgaria. Now there's one place you're going to be able to see all of those things, and that is with the BKFC app. It is, let me re-emphasize this, $7.99. You can't get a value meal for that price right now in America, but you can get a full month of the BKFC app. You will get the rest of the event tonight. You'll also get 51. You'll get the Prospect Series, and you're going to get Columbia, South Carolina, BKFC 50 starts at the top of the hour, but right now, this is the best of BKFC 49. We'll see you at the top of the hour.
Fighting Championship, Show Me Escoboza, set for fight number 3, promotionally in BKFC. There's a big right hand that lands from Escoboza. Continual big swings from both fighters, and there's a big right hand to left, another big right hand from Show Me Escoboza. Both fighters continuing to throw. The active clinch, good refereeing from Sam Burgos, letting this fight flow. Now the uppercuts, half-tide pump from Esteban Rodriguez. Overhand right again from Escoboza. Another right hook, that lands from Escoboza. Overhand right, and ruled a knockdown. Rear right uppercut, that was slick. Now the right to the body on the return from Escoboza.
Show me the BKFC Hitman!
The Ukrainian, Bovar Honakov, promotionally 1-0 in BKFC. Freddie Masabo, 2-1 in BKFC. Now the overhook on the right hand by Masabo, that was slick. See the feint on the hook by Honakov. Masabo on the overhand right, left hand again from Masabo. Going to work effectively into the mid-range and then into the pocket. Counter left and the right hand from Masabo. Overhand right, counter left hook from Honakov. The fighters pointing, saying, meet me in the middle. They now stand in the middle in the center circle. On the right hand, left hand to the inside, the clinch, and the end of the fight.
Freddie Spider-Man Masabo!
And this is the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut for James Hyder. Rambo Russo, winners 1-0 in BKFC. Hyder to the inside, good left hook from Russo, and Hyder walked through that effectively. Heavy into the clinch. Back into the pocket is Rambo Russo. Russo, big overhand right.
Talked about full power, that landed. You can tell he's hurt right now with Hyder.
Off the right hand and the knockdown.
And still undefeated, Rambo Russo.
Sarah Click set for bout number 2 in BKFC. Lady Mejia. This is her BKFC debut. Final seconds, round number 1. On the right hand, down to the knee. Click starts with forward pressure off the hooks. There's the left hand, and that turns Sarah Click. Mejia now coming to the inside. Overhand right, that lands for Mejia.
Lady Galactica Mejia.
Aaron Sutterfield set for his Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship debut. Fame's now set for bout number 6, promotionally in BKFC.
Sutterfield wants to throw that jab and then come with hard right hands.
Side to the mid-range. There's the right hand. Big swings from both fighters to the inside. Right hands now from Aaron Sutterfield from the half-time plum. Right hand, left hand, overhand right from Fame. Sutterfield big to the body on the right hand. Big swings from Sutterfield, rear right hand.
He spent a lot of energy right there.
And trapped the right hand and on the uppercut, the knockdown.
The Heartbreak Kid Fames.
This is bout number 3 in BKFC for Jeff Shiffens. Howard Davis now set for bout number 7, promotionally in BKFC. White and blue trunks for Howard Davis, blue and white trunks for Jeff Shiffens.
Started off good, waiting for his opponent to come in and land a hard shot.
Davis, see the playfulness from Davis on the overhand right. Big right hand, and down goes Jeff Shiffens.
For your winner by KO, Howard H.D. Davis.
BKFC debut. He's had one pro MMA bout, Stalder. This is Blas's third fight at BKFC. He's coming forward, big right hand, left hand out, down goes down.
That's that explosive power right there. He just unloaded on the combination.
Blas into the mid-range, big right hand, left hand. There's your answer, going hard to the finish, and knockdown number 2.
And this is gonna have to make Guerra really think about getting it. Does he want to continue this fight?
And still undefeated, Alberto El Indio Blas.
Quentin Foy enters 1-0 in BKFC. Justin Ibarola, 1-0 in BKFC. Oh, left hand, shovel uppercut. Everything in, fighting big right hand from Ibarola. Good left hand from Quentin Foy. Overhand right, big shot lands clean just before the bell.
By unanimous decision, Justin Ibarola.
Dakota High Pines set for fight number 3 in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. Brian Duran set for fight number 5 in BKFC. To the inside, right hand, explosion to the body. Big shot, big swings, there's the counter left hand. Good turn from Dakota High Pine. And the left hand on the duck under counter. Big right hand. Knockdown of Dakota High Pine.
And still undefeated, Brian El Gallo Torres.
This is bout number 9 in BKFC for Tom Scholes. Bryce Henry, 2-0 in BKFC. On the right hand, big left hook from Bryce Henry. There's the big right hand from Henry. With the redness on the face and choke, overhand right.
Jeez, this guy's just so accurate with his punching.
On the left hand. Choke on his back foot, snap jab again, big right hand. Henry down to the inside, big shots, and down goes Tom Scholes.
Wow. I mean, this guy is so difficult to deal with. Accurate as could be right there. Tom Scholes is a tough guy.
Bryce Balayaga Henry.
Jake Lindsay, 4-0 in BKFC. The Macedonian Gorjan Slaveski enters 5-0 in BKFC. Round number 1. Black and pink trunks for Gorjan Slaveski. Black and gold trunks for Jake Lindsay. Time in round number 1. Good left hand from Slaveski.
Did he not get the knockdown anymore?
Oh. Round number 2 underway. A huge left hand from Slaveski. The center circle, leaping overhead. Oh, left counter.
That landed good. That landed good.
Lindsay, big uppercuts from the half-tie plug. Thudding shots from Lindsay. Now the overhead right. Lindsay on the turn. Good left hand and the right hand. Big left hand again. Lindsay to the ropes, looking to turn.
Throw a counter punch in there as soon as that big wild punch misses.
3 left hands on the right hand. Another big left hand. Slaveski to the inside.
World welterweight champion, Gorjan Go Slaveski.
Welcome to the new BKFC app. Get monthly BKFC events for $7.99.
People that are missing it are missing out big time.
Enjoy our all-new library of content, including behind-the-scenes access, exclusive BKFC original series, and additional live bare-knuckle fights from around the globe. Knuckle up with the new BKFC app, only $7.99 per month.
Let's go!
Tonight only, you'll receive 20% off all Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship apparel when you use the promo code BKFC50 at bareknuckleshop.com. There's a huge selection of hats, shirts, hoodies, and more to choose from with sizes and styles for everyone. So place your order now to get 20% off apparel with promo code BKFC50 at bareknuckleshop.com. Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship is live from the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado, inside the First Bank Center. This is BKFC 50, Hunt vs. Camozzi, with a world title on the line. And it starts right now.
Championship is brought to you by Bucked Up Energy Drink. Denver, Colorado, a new hub for the BKFC and the scene for some of our most epic bouts. Tonight, the stakes are as high as ever with our Cruiserweight Championship in the main event.